So this week, the iconic, the legendary Khabib Nurmagomedov posted this Instagram story of himself literally sat back at the exit row of a plane, and I honestly just have to appreciate his sense of humor. Back in February, Khabib was literally removed off a plane by a Karen of an air hostess because she wasn't happy with the way that Khabib was speaking English. Clearly, this was racial profiling. Obviously, we all know that it is a load of rubbish that Khabib can't speak English. We have seen countless videos of him speaking English.
Location, I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter.
He is super globally, virally famous, and everybody knows him. Like, just imagine how annoyed you would be. I honestly find airports such a stressful situation. Literally just getting there with your heavy luggage, having to check in, wait in some kind of long queue.
Take your laptops and electronics out the bag. If you got a hoodie on, take it off. Take it off. How many times?
And then wait even longer to go through airport security, and then you finally get your seat and think you can relax, and then you're being told that you're going to be removed off the aircraft because you can't speak good enough English. Honestly, that would piss me off so much. I would get so annoyed. So I honestly have to commend Khabib for the way he handled that situation, how he remained calm, and the fact that now he has managed to make a joke out of that situation. But seriously, think about it. Who else would you want to be seated in an exit row of a plane you're on other than Khabib Nurmagomedov? Anyway, I just think it was a case of two Karens literally seeing two bearded men with foreign accents on a plane.
Because they're not comfortable with my flight attendants. Their judgment. I'm not going to do this back and forth.
And then acting like total Karens and having them removed off the plane because they didn't feel safe. It's racism, simple as that. Speaking of Khabib Nurmagomedov related news, another news story that has been hitting the headlines is courtesy of his coach, Javier Mendez. So Team Khabib coach Javier Mendez was on a podcast recently, and he was talking about that whole situation that went viral when Khabib jumped the cage after UFC 229. Khabib literally flew out of that cage like the eagle he is and literally landed on Dylan Dennis's head. So coach Javier Mendez said the reason that Khabib decided to go after Dylan Dennis was because Khabib didn't want to go after Conor's coach, who was too old.
Why'd you go after Dylan Dennis? He goes, well, coach, because his head coach, was too old. And
I just know that Dylan Dennis, being the literal absolute big troll that he is, will literally love reading about this in the news. And me personally, I think that Dylan Dennis is one of the biggest and best trolls out there. Coach Javier Mendez said that throughout the fight, Dylan Dennis was literally egging Khabib on. He was shouting all kinds of stuff, and therefore Khabib felt the rage for him and decided to go for Dylan Dennis. Anyway, even I feel personally trolled by Dylan Dennis. Back in 2023, I literally bought close ringside tickets to go and see his fight with Logan Paul. All of the build up to that fight was actually hilarious, and when I was watching the press conferences and all that, I got so excited and thought that, oh my gosh, this is going to be a really good event. But guess what? Literally nothing happened. I remember being so excited for that co-main event, and just sitting there watching Dylan Dennis versus Logan Paul was actually so underwhelming. I will literally include a few clips that I managed to take on the night, and Dylan Dennis really didn't do much in the ring. Anyway, I want to go back to talking about the whole Khabib versus Conor UFC 229 post-fight drama, because when I was reading this article and watching this video with Javier Mendez, I came across this clip of Megan Fox on the Jimmy Kimmel show where she was talking about her experience being near the octagon when it all kicked off. Here's a clip of what she had to say.
That's more obsessed with it. I was actually at the Conor Khabib fight a couple of years ago when all of that chaos happened and everyone had to run. We had to escape when they started jumping the ring. And Carol is being knocked to the ground. Her blonde hair is flying everywhere. And I'm like, who just knocked Carol over? It was Chris Pratt. He was also escaping for his life.
So watching and listening to this, I just find it a little bit weird. I get that Megan Fox is a big UFC fan, but why is she kind of almost emotional about it? Her comments have this kind of pick me attitude about it, some kind of unawareness of the entire situation and all of the drama that happened between Khabib and Conor leading up to that fight. Like, how can you not know about the bus attack, all of the craziness that happened at the press conference, all of the controversial comments and offensive comments that Conor McGregor made? So kind of like, why would you be surprised about what happened at the end of the fight and why it did happen?
He think whiskey gonna help him? I don't understand.
Like, if you rewatch that clip, you can pretty clearly see that the security identified that Khabib jumped out of the cage pretty quickly. They literally like almost grabbed him before he jumped over the cage and jumped at Dylan Dennis. And then you can see all the scuffle that happens between Conor's team and Khabib's team. I think even Islam Makhachev managed to land a punch on Dylan Dennis as well, which is kind of an iconic UFC moment, you can't lie. So I get that it was a crazy situation, but why were celebrities being sequestered?
Sequestered in one of the fighters' dressing rooms for like an hour before they let us all out of.
Or locked up in some kind of locker room for an hour. It's not like there was some kind of shootout or some crazy like security breach situation at the arena. Everyone knew what happened and the security knew what was happening. So I don't understand why celebrities were being locked up for an hour and why it all had to sound this dramatic. Megan Fox in this clip talks about how all the other celebrities around her started running as well. Even she mentioned that her manager got trampled on by Chris Pratt. So why was Chris Pratt running for his life as well? Like, he is a pretty big guy, so I don't understand why he needed to feel the need to run away as well. Like, there are literally regular audience members there as well. So I'm interested to know where those poor people went as well, because they weren't celebrities. So
Let's talk now.
I don't understand why the celebrities around there had to be so dramatic about it all. So I know that Megan Fox is a pretty big Conor McGregor fan. She's spoken about being so into the UFC before, which I honestly, of course, think is so cool, because I think more girls should be getting into watching the UFC. But like, why haven't we seen Megan Fox at any UFC pay-per-views recently? Actually, I remember her and her boyfriend Machine Gun Kelly got into some kind of red carpet scuffle with Conor McGregor as well. And even on the red carpet, a journalist questioned Machine Gun Kelly, like, what happened with you and Conor McGregor just then? And
What happened?
he got kind of annoyed and just slapped the guy's mic out of his hand, which is so rude. So what was the tension between Conor McGregor and Machine Gun Kelly? I guess we will never know. Anyway, let's hope we do see Megan Fox back watching some UFC events again. I have a feeling she's probably a big Sean O'Malley fan. I feel like Sean O'Malley and Machine Gun Kelly have a similar vibe. So maybe she will be at Sean O'Malley's rematch with Merab Dvalishvili at UFC 316. Anyway, my video was actually supposed to be about the main star of that evening, of that night, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib is such a Sigma guy. I bet he had like no idea who any of those celebrities who came to watch UFC 229 even were. And to be honest, he probably didn't even care. He was in there to do one job pretty much, and he delivered. Anyway, I really do hope we get to see Conor McGregor still return to the UFC. He is still such a big draw, and regardless, he will get so many UFC fans out there so excited. But just like, who would Conor McGregor be put up against? Honestly, I would just like to see Conor McGregor and Ilia Topuria fight. There is literally so much similarity between the pair. I honestly think that Ilia Topuria took a lot of inspiration from Conor McGregor. Like, have you literally seen their back tattoos? They're identical. Anyway, I was just rooting through Khabib's Instagram because it can honestly be so iconic, and I was really enjoying flicking through his recent photo dump of his trip to Liverpool when he went to see Liverpool play PSG for the Champions League. Like, can you believe that Khabib was literally at Liverpool Dock? He was walking through all of the historical streets. Now, if you have like no familiarity or knowledge of Northern England, you probably won't find this exciting at all. But what I have to say here is just how iconic Khabib is. Like, I just love how low-key he can be about everything. Like, I can guarantee that if he did announce his public appearance in Liverpool, there would literally be like thousands of people crowding up to see him. Or to be honest, anywhere anywhere in England, I'm sure a Khabib appearance would literally cause roadblocks. Like that time Khamzat Chimaev showed up at a restaurant in Manchester. This restaurant announced prior that Khamzat Chimaev would be making an appearance, and literally there were like hundreds and hundreds of guys out in the street, literally blocking the road, going crazy for Khamzat, and even Khamzat himself couldn't believe it. In the UK, there is this huge Muslim population that just absolutely look up to and adore these guys, like these fighters from Dagestan or these Chechen fighters, and they will do anything to get a glimpse of them or get a picture with them. Some lucky fans did manage to get a glimpse of Khabib in Liverpool though. He was literally doing his signature on all of these like UFC gloves. Clearly these are autograph dealers, but Khabib had no problem signing them. I know so many other celebrities absolutely hate autograph dealers. I just think it is so cool how Khabib is so chill with it and doesn't mind signing things for people. Like, Khabib does know that these people are probably gonna go on and sell on his autograph and make some money, but he doesn't mind, because if he can help someone make some money, he's gonna feel good about it.
Ebro match. 159 signed.
I live with this guy. I want to make money.
Ultimately, it's good that he's using his privileged position to help other people and sees no harm in helping some people make money, especially in the time that we're living right now, where people are literally going through a cost of living crisis.
This money?
100 each one. You make me rich. I eat steak because of you. Thank you, brother. And I have 2 more in the bank. 2 more.
But then you have other celebrities that have such an issue signing things for people. Like, seriously, what is it? It's just your simple signature. Let that person take your signature and make some money from it. Like, seriously, what harm is that going to do to you? Like, wouldn't you feel good that you could do something as make a small scribble on something and it could turn out to be valued so much, and then you've made such a big financial difference to somebody else's life? So Khabib did manage to keep his visit to Liverpool really low key. He left via a private airport and just got on with his life. Honestly, I don't blame him using a private airport, because after that incident in February, if I could, I would literally do the same thing. So yeah, I guess my whole point in this video is just to talk about how iconic I think Khabib is, how resilient I think he is, and how I just really admire the thick skin that he has, how he's able to laugh at himself, and how I think we could all learn some crucial lessons from that. So guys, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to share and like and subscribe to my channel.